Hello there beauties, your girl Euniycemari here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button and thumbs up this video. I promise it won't hurt.
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find the light in your soul, I'll be there.
So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my favorite eyeliners, from cream liners to liquid liners. I'm going to share with you guys a few of my favorites, a few that whenever I go into the store I constantly rebuy, or they are highly compared to whatever else is out there. Usually I compare a lot of my favorites to new things out there to see if I'm really gonna like it. And so I'm gonna share with you guys my top liners that I always grab for, and a few new ones that I've actually come across that I really love. Now, there are two liners in this video that I do not currently have on deck, which is kind of funny because the number one liner that I'm going to tell you guys that is one of my favorite liners, and you guys have heard me talk about this before, is the L'Oreal Linear Eyeliner. I believe that's what it's called. I'll leave a picture right here of it. That has been my first love. Like when I first started makeup, I fell in love with the eyeliner. It had a great control. Even to this day I still grab it. It's still one of my favorites. Currently I'm not using it, or I didn't get it because I have so many other ones here that I'm trying to use up, but that is hands down one of the best eyeliners that I've ever first tried off, and I will forever be my baby, okay? Forever be my baby. All right, hands down. My second favorite liquid liner, now this is a hard one. We got some candidates here. So my next favorite I would say will have to be Curvitude by Maybelline. I have a full video talking all about this product, demoing it and telling you guys my freaking absolute thoughts on it. I love this liner, and the reason why I love it so much is because of the control, the tip. Look how tiny that tip is, and I will definitely leave a link to the video down below and above in the bubble, my full review on this product, so you guys can see how it actually works when applying a liquid liner. And just the control of this tip and the pigmentation of this stuff is amazing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm going to swipe it for you guys. It has a great pigmentation to it, and it has a great control of the tip when it also comes to applying liner. And it also has this little unique bend in it when you are applying your liner, so you don't have to really like bend your hand. It already has that bend for you, so you're able to keep a stable hand while creating your liquid liner. So I never seen anything like this. It definitely held my attention, and it's definitely one of my favorite liners. So this comes in at number 2. Okay, so number 3 for liquid liner will have to be the NYX matte liquid liner. Looks like this. This is one of my newfound loves. Now this one I'm a little about. I love the pigmentation of this. I love how small and dainty this little applicator is. If you guys can see, it is so tiny, so small, and it is super duper pigmented. I'll show you guys here. Really pigmented, actually more pigmented than the Maybelline, but it has a really great dainty like little tip to it, so you can get a really fine line with this. The only thing about this is that the control on this is not as good. I feel if you are a beginner, this will probably be a little problematic because the tip of this is a little flimsy, unlike the Curvitude where it has a little bit more of a controlled tip, and the L'Oreal they have a little bit more of a control like felt tip. This doesn't have that. This is a real brush like loose like tip, and if you're not careful when applying this, you can actually not get a really good even line. You can probably put a little bit too much in areas you didn't want to. So I wouldn't really suggest this one for beginners. I would suggest this more for if you're already into the liquid liner game, but nonetheless I love this. It is a very pigmented matte liquid liner, and it gives me great like control. I can make my line as thin as I want, and if I want a little bit more, I can do a little bit more. But like I said, if you are a beginner, I really don't suggest this. I think it takes a little bit more of a skilled hand to use this, but yeah, if you're a beginner, I always suggest using something that has more of a controlled tip to it, okay? And I have another liner that I'm going to talk about that I think has a really good controlled tip, and it's really cheap, so we're gonna get into that, okay? So my next favorite liner, I forgot what number I'm on 5. It's going to be the Master Graphic Studio liner. Looks like this. Now this one is, I had mixed reviews on this. I kind of was like, I don't really like it like that, and throw it in the trash. It has a really thick on it, and it also gives you the ability to make smaller and thicker lines. This is it pigmented. I'm gonna swipe it for you guys. That is it here. It has a very great pigmentation to it, and I've actually grown to like this. I think when I first got it, I was like, I don't know, I'm not too sure about that tip. I'm not too sure if I really am going to like it, but actually it's grown on me. And I like the fact that even with this tip, I am able to kind of give myself different angles of liner, so I can use the tip by turning it this way and getting a thin liner, and I can use it this way to get a longer liner or a thicker liner. So I just like how I can play with the angles on this actual liquid liner to kind of get the desired liner look that I really like. And this is something that has more of a controlled tip, so I think this is also great for beginners as well. But I like this stuff. It's grown on me and it's become one of my favorites, and definitely something that I would like to keep in my rotation. So lastly, for liquid liner, and this is the one that I was talking about before, this is something that I newly discovered at the Dollar Tree store, Colormate. This is from the Dollar Tree store, and this liner amazed the crap out of me because, now I don't like the smell of it. I'm gonna say that, number one. It smells like straight up paint. That's what threw me off, but I was like, don't like the smell of it. But this has a very controlled tip. Let me make sure you guys can see. It has a very controlled tip, very sturdy. And the pigmentation, if you were even to compare pigmentation to the other ones, like this is the Dollar Tree one, and this is like Maybelline and NYX, or Maybelline, NYX, Maybelline, and Dollar Tree, the pigmentation is freaking amazing. And when I tried this in my Valentine's Day look tutorial, or my Dollar Tree makeup tutorial, I'll leave a link below up above, this went on smooth. It gave me extreme pigment to it, and I was like, for $1 really? So I really feel like, hands down, if you are a beginner and you're like, yo, I want to start with some liquid liner, you don't have to go out and buy expensive. Definitely hit up your local Dollar Tree store and get your hands on this. It has a controlled tip for you to practice with, and it's only $1. So if maybe liquid liner is not your thing, you're not wasting a bunch of money. You just went out, tried it, and it worked for you. It didn't work for you, you threw the bottle away, whatever. So I definitely would suggest this if you are a beginner. It has great pigmentation, great control. It's amazing to be $1. Amazing to be $1. Okay, getting into cream liners, I only have 2 cream liners that I like. One I don't have on hand. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it out there. It's the Maybelline Studio one. That one I love. That was my first cream liner that I ever tried. Was it? No, Wet n Wild was the first cream liner that I ever tried. I didn't like it. But Maybelline, I love that one. It has a great pigmentation, and it really smooth, dries nice, doesn't crumble off the face. My next favorite cream liner is the NYX cream liner. Or this is more of a mousse liner, and it's in Epic Black. I've been using the crap out of it, but it looks like this, and I love this stuff. Oh my goodness. It just glides on really well. It dries nicely, doesn't crumble, doesn't really move. And when you put this stuff down on your face, whenever you use a cream liner, make sure you are really sure about where you want to stick it, because once you put it on and it kind of dries, getting it off, you have to kind of go in a little bit more versus liquid liner. So you just have to be a little bit more careful where you're applying cream liner and how, because trying to start over again sometimes with cream liner is a bit tricky. And cream liner is one of those things, a lot of people say they can't really get the hang of cream liner, and you really need the right brush to do it. You really need just to really have a great technique with a brush, and practice, of course. So I have a full video on how to do liquid liner, and I believe I also have one on how to do cream liner. I do need to do an updated video on the cream liner one, because I feel like that one was like from 4 or 5 years ago. It's so old, but I think it's still relevant, so I'll link it down below above for you guys to go check it out. And so yeah, those are my current favorite liquid liners and cream liners. What I have on today is the NYX liquid liner. I have that on right now, but I do rotate with these liners just to use them up and just to see the differences within using them, and you know, my techniques and everything like that. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, or if any of these are your favorites, go ahead and stick them down below. Thank you so much for watching. It's your girl Euniycemari. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys in a later video. Bye.